Thank you for tuning into the Crypto SB channel. My name is Dan SB. It's June 13th, 2018, 12:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the current price of XRP is at 52 cents. So, looking at the price action today, we're seeing a lot of bear flags play out and no supports really being established. Pretty much just taking bounces only to fall down further. We continue to see more bear flag formations, which is always indicative that the price may continue to drop further. So right now we're coming out of the current bear flag. Looks like we're going to test 50 cents now. We're at 51 cents. Looking at the history, same thing. We're looking at, again now, 50 cents for a good support. If not, we run the risk of possibly dropping anywhere between 48 cents to 45 cents as the next support price to hopefully hold. But overall, we still look hopefully for the volume to return to help push us past previous highs. But right now we're seeing a lot of bearish divergence here on the MACD as well as the RSI. So nothing too encouraging to see. We continue to see now is just massive sell candles in the volume. So certainly remain cautious today. And in Ripple news, David Schwartz speaks at the MoneyConf. And Ripple on Twitter posts one of his quotes from the interview: with the Internet of Value, I think we will see more of an on-demand economy, or things like machine-to-machine payments. Maybe a store pays you to find out what you're interested in as you walk by. Now, here are some clips I put together from that interview with David Schwartz.
In fact, the more that we looked at this over the last 3 or 4 years, the more we realized that payments are actually very similar to information. Like packets of money can go through routers between payment systems, just as packets of information can go through routers between information networks. What I would argue we need is a light interoperability protocol. My colleagues at Ripple have developed Interledger, and together with an open source community and with the W3C and several other participants. And what that is it's a very light, very neutral protocol that can coordinate the movement of value across ledgers that track it. And it's not tied to any particular ledger technology. It can connect to digital assets like XRP and Bitcoin and others, and it can also connect to traditional ledger systems like PayPal or mobile money systems or even banks. Why is Ripple, who's kind of been working on this cryptocurrency XRP that we're using, for all of our products and is kind of where our bets are placed, like why would we want this Internet of Value that puts everything on a level playing field? And there's a couple reasons. So one of them is we think we can win on a level playing field. XRP is faster and cheaper and perfectly positioned for the use case. And I think the other reason is almost more important, that this is not a winner take all. I don't think anybody thinks there's going to be one asset that's going to take over the world. There's going to be lots and lots of assets, and all of those assets are more valuable if they can interoperate. I think banks understand that banks are getting squeezed from both ends. So they're sending billions of dollars to their correspondents, and they're seeing tremendous competition from non-banks that are offering faster payments to their customers. So they understand that they're going to have to improve the services that they provide, or they're going to increasingly become less relevant. I think one of the benefits that we'll have is that all of these protocols are being designed today when we know a lot more about computer security than we did in the 60s when the previous generation of financial systems were built. Public key encryption, the way that you access a website securely, wasn't publicly known if it existed in the 60s, and so these systems are not based on any of those modern technologies. I think what we're starting to see now is stratification around use case. Ethereum's use case tends to be smart contracts and ICOs. Bitcoin has aimed at store value. XRP, where Ripple's positioning as a sort of intermediary settlement asset. So I think if all of these assets can go after their own use cases and they can interoperate seamlessly when you need to pay across them, I think that's the best way to accomplish what we want to accomplish. I think part of the reason why the marketplaces are so volatile and to some extent illiquid is the fact that all we have are speculators and market makers. The real utility hasn't come up yet. I think probably we're going to continue to see this same kind of bizarre behavior in the market that doesn't seem to relate to the underlying value or value propositions of these tokens until we do see the real use.
So I hope you enjoyed those clips. Certainly some good information there, which I will actually touch up on tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. Also today, finally, the XRP symbol has been confirmed, and this is the new logo. If you voted for this logo, congratulations. Also, I wanted to quickly go over and put this out there. Uphold is experiencing delays with transactions. So basically, not only Ethereum, but pretty much their entire platform now. If you've put a payment in, they will take 24 hours for that balance to hit. I am currently in a waiting phase as well. I wasn't too happy, but I've read that they will lock in your price given the time of the deposit that you made. So I believe this kickback is actually coming not from Uphold, but from the credit card companies, as they state here in their frequently asked questions that they replied to. As stated in our frequently asked questions and via support, we are now requiring a 24-hour processing time for all debit/credit cards. There is no issue with the service, internal or external. So certainly credit card companies are not happy to see this new age of payments take over and compete with them. So certainly the battle is on, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the first of many attempts coming from credit card companies. So not to knock on Uphold, but I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there and make it known, as I didn't know, and I am currently being affected by that. So also, I'd like to encourage you to come join us in the Discord. Basically, it's a community of my subscribers and people from Twitter and all over the XRP community. I post a lot of technical analysis here, more than I do on Twitter, so I highly encourage you, if you like following the price action, if you like reading some of the latest news, you can certainly tune into the Discord and join us here in the community. Again, the link is down below. Don't forget to also follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with Ripple news and technical analysis. And finally, thank you for everyone to subscribing to the channel and hitting over 1,200 subscribers. If you haven't already, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Please leave a comment down below. Thanks again for tuning into the Crypto SB channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.